Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third grade. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to be here with you to support you as you become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. Speaking of readers, you know I'm an advocate for reading, right? Absolutely. And so one of the most fun genres of books that I enjoy are mystery books. I've got two really good series here in my hands. One are the Nancy Drew books. I don't know if you've ever checked out any of those books. And the Hardy Boys series are also another fantastic series of books that have to do with a mystery. So trying to figure out who did what. If you like that type of a story, I highly recommend that you check out either of these two series, either Nancy Drew or the Hardy Boys. They're not going to disappoint you at all. All right, there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. You can check out stories from our county library, or you can go online to Sora, look it up, check out a book. And then speaking of Sora, here in Fresno Unified, we love to celebrate our readers. And we're watching and seeing which schools are checking out books on Sora, and we love to do a little countdown. Okay, so this last week, our top schools for checking out are right here. And in third place, with the third highest checkouts from Sora, belongs to Turner Elementary. So good job, Turner Tigers. You're right there in our number 3 spot. So if you're interested in putting your school here on our list, it's super easy to do. All you need to do is check out a book from Sora and maybe tell a classmate or two, hey, go on to Sora and check out some books so we can get our special shout out on Valley PBS. All right, boys and girls, are we ready to start our day? Almost. I almost forgot to share. I just have one more thing. I love our free activity books that we hand out here at Valley PBS. It's super easy to do. All you have to do is send me a note. You can send it to that address that popped up on the bottom of our screen. So jot that down or write down the email address. You could send me an email, but don't forget to include your address so that I can send you one of these fun activity books to do at home. There are all kinds of puzzles and activities in here. You've got dot to dots and word searches, anything to keep your mind super sharp and busy. All right. Now we're ready to start our day. So we have 3 things we're going to go through. We're going to look at variant vowels, Greek and Latin roots, and then we're going to finish off with a little bit of context clues, working on that comprehension, all right? Okay, let's warm up our brains. Let's look at those high-frequency words, those words we come across often. I know that you are a fantastic reader of them. I want to make sure that we also can write them. So if you see a word today and you think to yourself, you know what, I need to practice that one a little bit more, is it okay to write it down and practice? Of course it is. That's how we get better. All right, remember, you're responsible for your learning success. So let's do it. Let's go through and let's read them together. You read them big and loud. Here we go. Van, tin, tell, take, stop, such, start, soon, so, and some. Great job. We've got 2 of them here. Stop, S-T-O-P, and such, S-U-C-H. Help me put them in a couple of sentences together. Let's do it. Let's read them. So he is a joy to have in class. Are you thinking? Okay, how about this one? Please, tapping your pencil on the desk. I've been told this one before. Please stop tapping your pencil on the desk. It's getting rather annoying. I'm trying to study. My husband has told me that one before. How about this one? He is such a joy to have in class. Absolutely. We know we miss our students all the time, right? We know we miss you guys all the time. Wish we could be together. All right, but I'm super excited that you're here with me as we're practicing some of our skills for third grade. Today, we're going to start with those, the variant vowel sound, ah. Okay, I brought my straw card with me, that's my sound spelling card, so that it can remind me of all the different ways we can spell ah. Look at all the different ways. So let's go through, let's practice some of those different spelling patterns and read a couple of words with that pattern. So ah can be spelled A-W, like at the end of raw, or at the beginning of the word awful. Do you see how it has that ah sound? Awful. Good. AU also says ah, like in the middle of hall or in the middle of because. Good. AL says ah, like in salt and always. ALL says ah, like in halls and appalled. Nice. And then OUGH says ah, like in bought or sought. So if you're looking for something, you sought it out. Good. And WA says wah, ah, hear the ah. Water or wash has that ah sound. Excellent. Okay, let's switch gears just a little bit. And we're going to talk about Greek and Latin roots. Now, Greek and Latin, you're thinking to yourself, Mrs. Nix, we speak English, but English comes from so many other languages. And today, we're going to talk about Greek and Latin roots. So many English words come from the Greek or Latin language. And learning Greek and Latin roots can help you figure out the meanings of unfamiliar words. Okay, so we've got two of them we're practicing this week. One is graph. The other is odd. Okay, what do they mean and how can they help us? So the word part graph comes from a Greek word that means something written, something written. So here's an example. If I have the word photograph, well, graph means written and photo means picture. So this actually literally translates to written picture. The word part odd comes from a Latin word that means to hear or to listen. So the word audience simply means it's a group of listeners. Have you ever been in an audience before? Ah, that's awesome. So let's practice some of those variant vowels and then the Greek and Latin roots. All right, let's go through and practice. So it says, read each pair of words and place a check mark next to the word that has the vowel sound ah. And then we're going to circle the letters that make that sound. Okay, so you're at home and I want you to think to yourself, which of these two words has the ah sound? Can you see it? Let's read it. This one says shawl and this one says slow. Okay, so shawl is the one that has it. What are our letters that say the ah sound? You got it, A-W. Maybe I'll underline it so that we can see it at home. I want to make sure you're able to see it. Okay, think between these two words. Do you see the pattern? We've got tool and tall. You got it. Tall is our word, and our letters that say all, right there, A-L-L. How about these two? Thought and through. Through doesn't have the ah sound, so it's thought. And what are our letters that make the ah sound? It's a lot of them, right? O-U-G-H. All of those letters. Okay, last two, sticky and stock. Which one has the ah sound? You got it right there, stock, A-L. Okay, or you could even do the A-L-K, either would be fine. Okay, draw a line to match the word with its meaning. Now we're gonna have to really think. We've been practicing this for a few days. What does graph mean? It means to write. Odd means hear or listen. Okay, so let's figure it out together. Telegraph. Okay, so it's got graph, which means it's going to be something that's written. So let's look. A place where people sit and listen. No. A written message from far away. Oh, okay. So when I think about telephone, that's a message that I'm able to say. So do you think a telegraph would be a written message from far away, just like we would call somebody who is far away? Yes. How about autograph? Again, something written. Auto means self. Let's look. A group of listeners, a written picture, a self-written name. A self-written name. So they wrote it for themselves. That's it. That's what autograph means. How about auditorium? Ooh, auditorium. Well, it's got odd, so I know it's going to have something about listeners. Okay, a place where people sit and listen. I'm not sure. It could be that. A group of listeners or a written picture. Well, I know it's not that, but I'm not real sure. It could be either one. Is that okay? Yeah, so I'm going to skip it and go here. This is a great strategy to use. Let's look at this one. We talked about this one on our example, audience. What does audience mean? That's right. It's a group of listeners. So that means that auditorium is the place where people listen. Good job. And then photograph, remember we did that one together? It's a written picture. You guys did outstanding today. All right, we're going to finish up with a little bit of context clues. Now remember, authors oftentimes, they'll use some different vocabulary and they want us to experience it. And so they're going to give us some clues. Let's look at today's. Bears have toes with claws they cannot retract. This means bears cannot pull their claws inside. Ooh, look at that. So they're giving us a definition using some signal words like it means. Look right here. This means. So what is it? It means they can't pull so retract means they can't pull their claws inside. So they can't pull inside. This is a really sticky little thing right here. Their claws cannot. And the author has given us the clue right here. This means. Makes it really easy as we're going through and we're trying to figure out what new vocabulary would mean. All right, so I just want to finish off today and say thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning as you're getting ready for breakfast and getting ready for school, having your breakfast. And I just want to say thanks. We talked about our variant vowels, we talked about our Greek and Latin roots, and then we finished up with our context clues. Remember, you're responsible for your learning success. So listen, ask questions, and share your ideas because together we can do so much more. Have a fantastic day. I can't wait to see you back here at PBS tomorrow. Have a good one. Stay safe. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
A brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.